Hi everyone, I'm Nesta Lumpkin. I'm a wife, mother, writer, and certified personal and executive coach and founder of Just Bloom Life. Today I want to talk about priorities in marriage. On the list of things that are most important to you, where are the big things? Where does God stand? Where does your family stand? Your finances, your job, your education, and the list goes on and on. Where does your marriage rank? If you haven't thought about it before, it's important that you know, where does it fit in on that list? Where does it fit into your life? For me, my top 3 priorities are God, my husband or marriage, children, and then a whole list of other things. And that's the decision that I made well before I got married. And it's helped me to stay focused. It's helped me to reel myself back in when I see that I'm getting off track or off course. I'm getting distracted, especially in my relationship with God, that I know I need to come back. I need to put Him first, because for me, He's the source of everything that I do. He gives me answers when I have no idea what to do next. And so I use that to keep me on the straight and narrow, so to speak, and to keep my relationships intact. And I even let my children know that, you know what, God comes first, and then mommy and daddy have to make sure they're together and they're okay. And then you guys are a priority too. And I love you, me and daddy love you, but that's just the pecking order in our house. You must decide where you put marriage on your list of priorities. Where you put marriage can determine your peace, your sanity, your joy, and it could determine your finances and just like the course of your life. So it's very important that you make that decision if you already haven't, or if you already have, that you reassess. Maybe your priorities have changed. And all the things that are important to you, how are you prioritizing your time? That's a big one. I had a friend who reached out to me and just pitched it to me like, could you touch on how do you make time for your spouse when you're so busy doing life, you're so busy being a parent, or you're so busy working on a project and it's all consuming, and you need to remember like, hey, I have to check in with my spouse. I need to invest in the relationship for me to see the benefits, to reap the benefits later. If you want to spend more time with your spouse, here's some questions to answer. How often do you spend time with your spouse? Maybe you don't even think about it, but in a day, in a week, in a month. How often do you spend time talking to them? How often do you spend time on a date? Or how often are you guys intimate? And when you do spend time with your spouse, what's the quality of that time? When do you make time for intimacy? And it's not just having sex with each other, it's intimate moments where you connect. How deep is that connection when you do spend time to talk with your spouse? When you're spending time together, how focused are you? Are there distractions? Are there electronics that are taking your time and attention away from your spouse? Are you on your cell phone and you're just talking to each other? You're not fully giving each other your undivided attention. You're just answering, I hear you, but you're texting, or you're checking messages, or you're online or playing a game. So the more quality time you spend, the better your relationship will get on so many levels. Some of the benefits include a deeper friendship. You'll have more trust, more intimacy, improved understanding of each other, and better communication. And you cannot go wrong with that. I'm telling you, the more you know how to communicate with each other effectively, the better your life will be. It's just a fact. You reap what you sow. So make sure you're sowing that quality time. Even if you can't do 10 minutes, if you say, okay, we're going to start with 5 minutes, and you just build on top of that, that will be really helpful. If you're not sure, like you can squeeze in more time in your day, just write it down. There are 24 hours. You can find at least 10 minutes somewhere of undivided attention where you can sit down with your spouse or check in. If you're not physically together, at least check in, video chat, or calling each other. And here's how you can work on listing your priorities. Make a list of the 10 most important relationships in your life. That could be your relationship with God, your relationship with friends and family members, your relationship with things, possessions, your finances. If you're still not sure, pray about it. Ask God to reveal things that should be important to you or that you want to make more important, to work on those things. There's so many ways to find time to spend with your spouse and to just deepen that friendship. It's so important to be friends with your spouse, because when life comes at you, at least you know you have a friend first within your spouse. I love to see husbands and wives who are deep friends first, and they can talk about anything together and tackle issues and be open and honest and be humble with one another. And when they make a mistake, they come out and admit to each other like, hey, I made a mistake, and ask for forgiveness. So friendship goes a long way, and just with any other friendship, you need to invest time. Get the list of things that are important to you in order. Spend quality time with your spouse every day. Check in with each other. It could be simple. Just, hey, how are you doing today? Is there something that I can help you with? I hope the tips that I listed in here are helpful to you, and I hope that you really take the time to spend with each other, no matter how busy or crazy or hectic life may get, and that you just keep the spark alive between you and your spouse, and that you really think about being more intentional and following your list of priorities and updating it. You know, things change and your priorities may change, but the more you know what's important to you, the more you'll put that into perspective when it comes to your marriage, the more you'll focus and invest in it. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave comments below and let me know what your thoughts are. If you have any tips, if you have any questions, or if you just have basic feedback, I really would love to hear. Subscribe to my channel for more video uploads. And if you want more resources about life coaching for your relationship or your marriage, please go to nestalumpkin.com for more details, more resources. Again, thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.